interesting. They drive the plot. Nobody likes a loser. A loser, they just lose. In my version of the story, you're not interesting. No one cares about you. You're a comic relief, not because people are laughing at your jokes. They're laughing at you. You make people laugh because you're embarrassing. And you don't drive the plot. You would be a character that would be written out of the story in the pilot. So go ahead, make me the villain. Tell whatever you want about me. It's not true. It's total fan fiction. And just know you're a total loser in mine. Messages are way funnier when you know exactly how that person talks. You can read it in their voice. You know their cadence. You know how they would deliver it. You've heard them say it 100 times. And it makes the joke that much funnier when they text it. And it doesn't even actually have to be a joke. It could be any message. It just makes that message way funnier. It might not make sense if anyone else read it, but you know exactly how they meant it, and you read it in their voice, and it makes it that much better. Does anybody else agree? I hate when you leave things for tomorrow, and then tomorrow arrives. Like, I didn't want to do this today, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow shows up, and I'm definitely not doing it, and it just makes everything worse. This procrastination is going to be the end of me. But don't worry, I'm just going to do it tomorrow. I don't need to do it today. I'll focus on it tomorrow. This time I'm being for real, okay? The other 100 times, I was just joking. Nothing drains me more than hearing, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. How about not? How about we sit here quietly? How about we just continue on with whatever we were doing and we don't introduce ourselves? And I'm really tired of hearing, we can't hear you speak up. I can only hear that so many times. I'm just gonna mumble, and if you say that, I'm just gonna sit there silently. And I'm not gonna talk anymore. Like, I don't have any fun facts about me. I can't say something interesting about me. If I had something that was interesting about me, I wouldn't be here. I'd be on a reality TV show. And it's always in the worst, most awkward situations. In class, at work, in meetings, and then you have to just give a fun fact and introduce yourself to everybody. You don't care about any of these people, and they definitely don't want to learn more about you, and they definitely don't want to hear about you. Let's just cancel icebreakers. I've already introduced myself enough. I've done enough icebreakers in my life. I can only do so many 2 truths and a lie. I'm fed up. I've had enough. Nothing drains me more than someone saying, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. We're not going to do that anymore. Who's with me? I'm chronically online in a different and more sophisticated way than everyone. People say you're just doom scrolling, you're scrolling for hours, wasting your time. It's research. I'm studying. I'm gaining information. I know a little bit about everything. You talk about some random person, I know them. And if I don't, I'll be able to figure it out. I'll look it up. I'll find a random tweet they made. I'll find a random video they made. And I'll know everything about them. I've seen every YouTube video, I've read every tweet, I've seen every Instagram post, and I've seen every TikTok. Like, I know all the internet drama, even though it doesn't affect me and it doesn't have anything to do with me at all. I'll know drama about random people that I don't even know. I'll know something about 2 random people arguing on Twitter. I'll look into their backgrounds and I'll learn everything about them. And sure, I'm kind of gaslighting myself into thinking that it's actually a skill and it's not a problem. Like, I spend all this time, I call it research. But I'll be honest, I do have a lot of random useless knowledge in my brain that I'm probably not going to use. But you never know. When someone brings up something and I just happen to know and I can relate to it, it's going to pay off, right? Other people are chronically online for entertainment. For me, it's not entertainment. It's like I'm getting an education. I'm learning a lot. It's all research to me. It's a full-time job. I'm just online in a more sophisticated and different way than everyone else. I love when someone says, that's so you. It's nice knowing I have my own little vibe. And it's also nice knowing someone knows enough about me to point out something that definitely matches with who I am. And most of the time they get it right. Most of the times they're spot on and they get it exactly right. And I can appreciate that. And it's also nice knowing that my vibe's rubbing off on someone and that I have friends that know me. The downside is when someone says it that doesn't really know you that well, or maybe it is someone that knows you that well, but they just have a terrible perception of who you are. And they say something like, that's so you. And then it turns out that's definitely not me. That is not so me. Why do you think that is me? Actually, we need to pause this conversation and get to the root of this. Why do you think this thing is me? I would never do that. That looks nothing like me. I would never wear that. I would never watch that. I would never say that. Where did you get that from? Who have you been talking to? But for the most part, it's normally positive, which is great. And when it's from someone that actually cares about you and actually knows you, it does make you feel good because you have your own little vibe to you. And someone understands that that's your vibe and that is so you. Many of you don't realize that your problems would go away if you slept from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Like, do you ever feel like half your problems are just because you didn't sleep enough, just because you're tired? Like, you don't actually hate your life. You just haven't slept since 2018. And you've been running on coffee and chaos. You're not burnt out. That's just not a good combination for anyone. Not getting enough sleep, I feel like, is the crux of everyone's problem and why everyone thinks that they're so burnt out. Everyone says they want to get their lives together, and then they stay up till 2, 3, 4 a.m. just scrolling for hours, just doing stuff on their phone, not sleeping like they probably should be. I feel like the answer to all of our problems is just a good night's sleep. Just regular human sleep, not 4 hours in a dream. Because when you actually get enough sleep, you just wake up better. It's like a normal Tuesday. You're not upset at the world. And even things like traffic don't feel as bad. Obviously, it's not going to solve all of your problems. There's some things that you actually have to deal with and sleep's not going to fix. But it's definitely a good starting point. And I feel like that's a big reason why a lot of you have problems. You're going to bed too late and you're not getting enough sleep. Try it out, take my advice, and thank me later. You're welcome. What's it called when you're smart, but everything you do is stupid? I'm asking for a friend. I'm obviously not asking for myself. I just want to know what that's called. When you're very smart, you're intelligent, all of that. But you're also stupid. You're also really dumb because you make dumb decisions. It's like you're both dumber and smarter than people assume. What is that called? You ever read a text and be like, this is why I don't like talking to you? Like the same person always texts you. The second you see their name, you're just instantly annoyed. You're pre-annoyed. You haven't even read the message yet. You haven't even opened it up. And somehow you're super annoyed by them. Like it's always something. They're sending you another update, another life update. Like you're part of a group project that you didn't sign up for. And they just keep telling you the same thing. And it's never anything different. It's always poor decision making, the same exact updates, and it just gets old and repetitive. And they'll be like, you'll never guess what happened. And it's like, let me guess. I already know because you've done the same thing 100 times. And then it just turns into what feels like homework. You just have to pretend like you care. And sometimes you get to the point where you just don't care and you just reply, haha, okay. You just be really short with them. Or sometimes it's not even that. It's just the way they talk. It's not even the attitude. It's just the vibe they give off and the energy they give off. The way that they're texting is just annoying and it feels like a chore having to respond to them and talk to them. Texting should be easy. A phone call, now that's a true chore. I should be able to read your text, respond instantly, maybe laugh, and have a good time. Sometimes when I read a certain text, I just realize I don't ever want to talk to that person again. Not even because I don't like them, but because the conversation takes years off my life. If you make fun of me, you better hope I don't know anything about you. Because there is no line I won't cross once I feel disrespected. And in fact, I enjoy being mean to someone who was already mean to me. And I enjoy being meaner to them. And if anything, I regret in the future not being meaner in that moment. It's honestly like it fuels me. It powers me up when someone's mean to me, someone says some funny joke, they take a jab at me, whatever it is. If it's something little, whatever, that's fine. But if you catch me on a bad day and you say something mean, you better be ready. You make one too many jokes. And I actually get excited about it. Once you cross that line, that just tells me I could be the meanest person you've ever met. It's your fault. You deserved it and you earned it. And the thing is I'll never start it, but I'm definitely going to end it. You better be careful. You better make sure that you never told me anything. It's like trivia for me. You say something to me, I store it into my brain. I remember it forever. I have different files in my head. I go through the different notes. I have slideshows prepared. I'm ready for different instances, depending on what joke you say and how rude it comes across. I'm ready to go. I'll say something and you'll ask yourself, how does he even know that? And you forget, but I remember. So make fun of me if you want, but just know if I know something about you, it's not going to end well. I can't name a single problem in my life right now that money couldn't fix. People like to say money can't buy happiness. Well, money can buy rent, it can buy a house, it can buy comfort, it can buy silence, and it can buy iced coffee, which all sound pretty good. And let's be honest, that's happiness. So those people are wrong, they're lying. The people that say money can't buy happiness, they just don't have money. And I don't even have to be filthy rich. I just want my problems to become inconveniences. Instead of saying, I can't afford this, it just becomes, this is annoying. I wish I didn't have to do this. But I can do it because I have money and I can afford anything. And people say happiness comes from within. Well, within would be a lot better if I had a fully stocked fridge, a house, whatever it is. I can do whatever I want and I can travel anywhere at any time and not have to second guess it. It's crazy because like 90% of any issues that I have, anything that's anxiety, I'm nervous about, whatever it is, or problems with people, I can solve it with money. And everything would just be that much better. Who needs therapy when you get a direct deposit? I don't need anything else. All I need is money. So people that say money can't buy happiness, they're lying to you. And I can't think of a single problem that I couldn't solve right now if I had a lot more money. Normalize lying to people who ask too much about your private life. And why are they even asking it? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to write a biography? Like, why are they doing this? Why do they need to know all this personal information? It's none of their business. Let's just normalize telling these people it's none of their business. It's like they want to fill out a form on you and they're going to share it with the world. They're asking you questions like, where do you work? How much money do you make? Do you still like that person? Are you still friends with that person? What are your thoughts on this? It's none of their business. And if people are going to still keep asking you questions, and you can tell it's probably for gossip. They're just going to talk to their friends, share your secrets, whatever it is. Just intentionally lie to them. Tell them each different stories, and then they get to go talk to each other and argue over it because they don't actually know the full truth. So they're making it up, and they're arguing with each other because they can't get their story straight because you lied to them, and now they don't know. Because honestly, privacy is peace, and not everything needs to be a group